Beautiful evening. Welcome back, everybody. This is Feral Knight, episode 2 of our colony survival playthrough. Now, in our last episode, we went around and we cleared our area. We put up kind of our boundary, and we built this bridge area here, as well as a mine just over on the corner. And in that episode, I said I was going to bring things around, and I have. I've brought our bridge pattern around. There is one difference. Which I noticed with the mine, there was a little bit of a conflict on how deep I could go, and I'll show you that in a minute. So what I ended up doing was instead of doing the 2 deep, like at the back here, I only went 1 deep, and I think it still works. I think I still quite like the look of it. Um, and again, I changed the torches, so they're every second one now instead of every single one. So the end piece is kind of its own special piece, whereas the walkway now on this side is a little different. But it shouldn't be a problem. I think it still looks really good. It lights up well and all of that. So the problem with the mine that I ran into, let's come over here, is that I punched through doing 3 deep. So I had to change up a little bit. I'd have to change the supports. I'm not sure if I like this. So if you have a suggestion on fixing the protrude now, I'm all for it. So I think that's looking still alright, but I just, this one little piece, don't quite care for it. And I may have to change this entire wall to be stone brick to kind of match what we've done now. Alright, so that's the main thing on this side. Now, the other thing I said is that we need to think about defense coming up. So I kind of hummed and hawed. I didn't want to put it down the middle of this. I mean, it's a nice aesthetic piece. I don't want to ruin it because we have our defenses set up there. None of these areas really provide a really good spot to do it in currently. And again, I'm not going to use this to do it. And I figured it out. We're going to use the pass. Yes, the pass. The enemy hordes are going to come down this path to try to breach us. So I've been working on our walls here. So this is kind of the front. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this design. It looks good. I'm quite happy with it. But I might modify it here and there just to kind of get more of a feel. More of an imposing feel. Our doorway is looking good. Quite like this. Again, I might change it or maybe put some torches on either side, but we'll have to see. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of cutting away at the mountain, clearing this up so that our guards will have the opportunity to have a better line of sight on our enemies and do a little bit more damage. So the other thing that might be cool to do in the future when we are actually able to increase our zone is to line the canyons with archers and musketmen or crossbowmen. I think that would be really cool if we could do that. And then later on, build down here, since this is our pocket, maybe do something like a little expansion colony in here and then have a walled section that kind of runs past it. So the enemies are forced to kind of run past this section. Not sure if that's what we're going to end up doing, but it sounds cool. I think it would be a really good concept, at least to kind of build towards for now. And again, any suggestions or whatever that you guys may have, please do let me know down in the comments. I am pre-recording this section of episode 2, so any comments or suggestions that you did leave down there before on episode 1, do apologize. I will read them and I will get to them hopefully for episode 3. I don't think I'm going to pre-record too far in advance just so that I can respond and kind of get the community feedback. Because this really is our journey in colony survival in this beautiful landscape to see what we can do with it, where we're going to go with it, and ultimately the fate of our colony. Alright, so I'm going to continue working on the boring, cutting away slowly at the walls. I also got to do a little work in behind so it looks better. I don't just want a flat wall. And I'll get back to you guys once we've kind of got something set up. Alright, catch you later. Alrighty, so I have spent probably a half an hour, 45 minutes kind of shaving down the walls to open it up. I think it looks really good so far. I'm not sure if I should go a little bit more or not, but I guess we'll find out once we actually start having zombies attack us. And then I've got to figure out what to do out here to maybe stall them a bit. Again, typically you maze or do some kind of tower defense. I'm not sure if I want to do that. I wonder if maybe I can do something a little different. But we'll figure out. Anyways, I did change the design a little bit. I threw in some quarter blocks. I do think it improved, actually. I do think this is a lot better. I threw in some logs here to add kind of a pattern in the entryway. And then on this side, I have dug it out and I've added in kind of support beams here with little pathways to get in. I was thinking of opening up the centers to allow somebody, whatever I'd kind of choose here, to have another shot out there, kind of like, what were they, kill holes, or I can't quite remember the name. And then I've also built this staircase up so you can get up on top, and this is our main wall. So our guards will stand here, and they will have open range to shoot at anything in this path. And then on this side, a little different. I didn't have the room to do the wood, or I changed it up. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna make it match this side. I'm gonna push it back, and then I put these out here as kind of like a curb, just to see. But so far, I think that's looking pretty good. I am gonna have to address this. You know, in hindsight, I probably should do a tower defense style maze. Decisions. Anyways, I'll catch you guys back when I figured something out. Well, we're not winning any awards for originality on this one, but I did end up doing the maze, or in this case, switchbacks. But just look at that. Doesn't that look just so cool? Coming down the canyons to a castle wall. Oh, it's going to be good. I'm already excited for this. So yeah, just nice and simple. Switch back and forth, back and forth. Just going around making sure that I haven't made any mistakes like that where they can spawn on and get on. Limiting that factor. So that's looking good. I think our defenses are looking pretty good, minus the guards, and everything else should be good. Alright, now what should we do next to get ready? I think it's time that we got our berry and wheat farms kind of set up. And maybe even a house. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a spot for the berry farmers and also a spot for some wheat fields. I'm not sure if I'm going to build them out or if I'm just going to make a nice spot for them, but we'll see what I can come up with. Alright, I'll be right back. So I was thinking while I was running around looking for berry spots and wheat spots, and I kind of want to replicate this whole wall situation onto this side as well and kind of make this a very centralized and I don't know, it's like a giant wharf in the center makes sense to me, surrounded by walls. I think that would look really good. So I'm just going to quickly do that on this side. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the berries on this side and the wheat on this side. Maybe wheat and barley. I don't know yet. But I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the wall around this side as well. And hopefully that really gives it a nice look. I know I'm out of torches, I'm pretty sure, so I won't probably be able to finish 100%, but I think it'll look good. Alright, be right back. Alright, so I finished putting in the wall. I think it looks really good. Again, I basically have copied over exactly what was done on this side, just with the deeper back and then the one deep wall. I do need more taiga woods though to finish this. Other than that, I think it looks pretty good. Very kind of rectangular. We'll see how it goes with when I put the wharf in. We will raise it and have it over top of the water, so it looks kind of nice, and then see if we need to change anything at that time. So I was also looking at putting in berry and wheat, and I think what I'm gonna do is I put this in just to see, to do 4 by 20 long and kind of have it crawl up the mountain, and maybe even have a little bit of an overhang, so it's almost like we've cut into the mountain to do it. So I also just quickly threw in a staircase here to see if we can get up easier, and it just pops out at the top here. But I think this is kind of the way we're gonna go with wheat farms on this side. And I gotta see if, I'm pretty sure I have enough room to put the berry farms maybe just on the other side, and then to save that whole side for something else. Not sure yet, but it's definitely come along. It's looking really good. I'm really pleased with how things are going so far. Alright, I'm gonna look into this berries, and I will be right back. And luckily, doing the 4 by 20 wheat fields over here, we just have enough room over here to put in our berry farmers. Because if we were one block too short, we'd be too small. But with the extra, we just make it. Alright, so we got our first berry farmer. Probably going to change this dirt out for grass to make it look better. But that'll be in just a moment. I want to get an... Yeah, I think I like that. It's all starting to come together. I might have to do some supports or something there to make it look like it's tied in with each other, but I think this is starting to look really good. So then I'll do another tiered berry there, and we'll take it from there. I should be able to get a few more in. Probably at least another wheat and another 2 berries. And that should be good for a little bit until we can kind of tackle this area of our building area. Alright, I'm going to cut in the rest of the berries and maybe the extra wheat, and then maybe get started with the actual colony. Alright, be right back. Alrighty guys, I have been busy. I've cut out the mountain, and I've got 3 potential wheat farms and 3 berry farms set up. I also added in kind of like a crenellation going on. Not sure if I'm sold on it yet, but it does add a little bit more detail in. Going with that, I also knocked out a little bit of the wall. Again, it matches kind of this theme, and it now has a little bit of an overhang over it. Again, I think it looks pretty good, but we'll see. With the berries, I placed down the berry, and then I changed where I don't want berries to wood. That one doesn't quite match at the moment. I might fix it, I might change it. It really depends on how it looks. The other thing too is in the back wall is dirt, and it just doesn't fit. So I'm probably gonna have to take that out and then just see where it goes. Now that is right up against the wall. Those stone columns are actually sunk one outside of my boundary. It doesn't matter because nothing can spawn inside on them. But this actually, out of pure luck, I built perfectly to the wall. Now, I did have to change a few things. And one of those things was how I was getting up and down. So I'm sure in the other clips you will see this kind of cave. Originally I wanted to build a staircase up the middle. You'd be able to see it from the other side. Unfortunately, we're a little too steep, and it only gets about halfway up the mountain, give or take. So it wasn't really working. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get that to connect up to this staircase, which now comes up. This used to be too wide, but I need to extend it out to match the theme of that. So you can come up, turn around, now you're on the middle layer, and then come back down and all the way up to get to the top layer. So this is what it looks like from up here. It's a gorgeous view. Oh, I really like this spot. It's a lot of work building into a mountain, but it's so worth it. And yeah, I will take that down and probably shift this so that it looks a little cleaner on the other side. But I think that is perfect. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. So today we've cleaned up, got the wall, we got the fences started, and we built in for our berry and wheat farms. If you guys enjoyed the video, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what I'm doing right, let me know what I'm doing wrong. Feedback is always appreciated, as long as it's constructive. Alright guys, until next time, This is Pharaoh Knight, out.